Hey, what's up, guys? Looks like I'm in live now. Looks like I'm live. We're live. Hey, what's up, guys? Good evening, wherever you are. This is April, and my channel is under Pisces Moon Goddess. And thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight, I'm going to talk about the solar eclipse in the sign of Leo that occurred actually yesterday. As I'm filming this, this is the 22nd of August, 2017. The eclipse was yesterday. I posted, as I posted on Instagram, um, I am really weird about joining in on things when there's a really big hype around them. It's just, I feel like it's against my nature. I don't know. It's weird. In my birth chart, I have Uranus, the planet Uranus, in my first house of the self. So I embody Uranian energy, which is all about going against the crowds. When everybody's going that way, I'm like, ooh, everybody's going that way. I'm allergic to that. Let me go the other way. So while there was such a hype about looking at the eclipse and having glasses and it became this trendy thing, I don't know. I feel weird about joining in on trendy stuff. I'm not here to do trendy stuff, you guys. I'm here to go along with what's going on as far as the astrological events. Symbolically, what does it mean? So that's what I'm here to do, not be trendy and cool and everything. So anyhow, that's why I'm talking about the eclipse today. And everybody was so focused on it yesterday to where it's like they were focused on the event that happened yesterday, and then now everybody's probably moved on to something else today, right? But the eclipse, the effects of them, according to astrology, and how they affect you personally, how they hit you, they last up to about up to 6 months, it's said. So because of that, the eclipse energy is still going to be lingering. And actually, this eclipse is pretty interesting. As I talked about with the last one, we had a lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and that was on the 7th of August, 2017. So that one was at 15 degrees of Aquarius. That means that the sun was in Leo at 15 degrees. The moon was in Aquarius at 15 degrees. They were opposing each other. They brought a very tense energy, and then there was a breaking point to where people were like, I can't take this ish no mo. And then bam, some sort of change has been occurring. But between the cycle between eclipses, the time between eclipses, like the eclipse at the beginning of the month and then the eclipse that happened yesterday, between that time, it was like a portal, okay? Like a portal had been opened, like a cosmic portal, like of all this intense energy that was really, yeah, it was just really intense. And a lot of changes happened for a lot of people. I've heard of some crazy events, but even the crazy stuff, even the stuff that isn't really that great, it's not all positive and exciting. They are things that need to happen for one reason or another to welcome in something new. Eclipses are about newness. They are about letting go to welcome in more newness. So there's been a lot of that going on over the last few weeks. Yes. Oh, hi, Tyra. Hey, hip hop baby. How you doing? Thanks for joining. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tyra, I think you may have talked about that in your broadcast or your video that you put up earlier on YouTube. I think you did, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I think I heard somebody say that, but I agree with it. I'm not copying or biting. No, it really is a portal that's open. So this eclipse, why is it so special? Well, number one, it's a repeat. It's a repeat, just like the one on August 7th. It's a repeat of 1998. Okay. Now the nodes of the moon, the nodes that shift around the moon, well, there are calculated points that shift around the moon and cause changes on a global scale. And also personally, they shift signs every 19 years. And so do the eclipses. They show where the eclipses are happening. So 19 years ago, August 22nd, it was actually today, 22nd, 1998. Where were you? What were you doing? What changes happened? If anybody is old enough to remember what was going on. Where is the sign of Leo in your birth chart? First of all, okay, when looking at these things in astrology, we not only look at the sun sign, actually when looking at everything in astrology, okay? I don't know who's all watching and what all you know about astrology, but if you're only looking at your sun sign, scratch that. I mean, it's important, but you need to look up your birth chart. Go to cafeastrology.com. That's the simplest one for beginners. I have a link below in my in the description area to where you can go to that site if you're like, what's a rising sign, what's a moon sign, because I talk about that a lot on here. Hey, what's up, Eve? How you doing, girl? I hope everything's going well for you during this eclipse season. So yes, check out your rising sign first and foremost. Check out your sun sign second, and your moon sign is third as far as importance with looking at horoscopes and stuff. But yeah, if you know your rising sign, if you know how your chart is divided up in the 12 pizza slices, which slice is Leo in? Which one? Whichever one that is the biggest highlight of the eclipse, okay, of the solar eclipse, what's happening for you, and also what was happening for you exactly 19 years ago if you were alive at that time. What was going on? What changes happened? What big shifts in your life occurred? So that's pretty much one of the things in history on this eclipse. Also, a little bit more recent in history, think back to February 10th of this year, of 2017, okay? Because we had a full moon, a lunar eclipse in the sign of Leo at 22 degrees. The solar eclipse that happened yesterday, 28 degrees. The lunar eclipse 6 months ago was at 22 degrees. So they were kind of in the same area of your life, of your chart, that as far as what they affect. So what happened around that time for you guys in February? And also the eclipse was making, well, the moon part of the eclipse in Leo in February was making the same positive aspects to the same planets in February. And also the eclipse was making, well, the moon part of the eclipse in Leo. I don't know what that was, that echoing, but Mercury's in retrograde, you guys, so bear with me here. Okay, so anyhow, the eclipse was making aspects to the same planets at that time, to Uranus in Aries and to Saturn in Sagittarius, and I believe also it was making a positive aspect to Jupiter in Libra. So pretty much this is a repeat of earlier this year too. What happened for you guys? So Eve is a Gemini rising. Her moon is in Leo at 29 degrees. Yes, and I did an eclipse reading for Eve, who's in the chat. And since the eclipse landed on her moon, like right on her moon in Leo, there are some like family or home life shifts and changes that can happen for her. She said she felt the shift yesterday. She woke up and was crying and was like purging pent up feelings out. A weight had been lifted. Oh my goodness, girl. Yes. If you were born with any planets or points in your chart at around 28 degrees of Leo, okay? Or you were born, if your birthday was anywhere near the 21st of August, you will be hit directly by the solar eclipse, okay? It'll affect you a lot more. So like Eve said, her moon is 29 degrees Leo. The eclipse at 28, bam, it's right there. Like really big. She really felt it. Yes, girl. Good luck with everything. But yeah, think back to February. This is like a cycle that's being completed. The cycle is still going. So February 10th, you know, what happened? As for me personally, you see, this is an example of how the eclipses can affect you directly if you know like the degrees of your points or your planets in your chart. My midheaven, the point in your chart, the 12 o'clock mark that rules career, mine is at it's at 22 degrees of Leo. So the eclipse earlier this year was at 22 degrees of Leo. Bam, right there. And so I felt that eclipse so powerfully that day. I was not even expecting to, honestly, even as an astrologer, even as Miss Cleo Mon, like my friend was joking about on Instagram Live, and I was there a little bit ago. Yeah, even as an astrologer, I was like, I know something's going to change with career, but I was anticipating it to be like months later. No, you know what happened to me on that day? since the eclipse was aspecting Uranus in my 6th house of health and the work environment. Uranus transiting through there, let me tell you guys, especially if you're a Scorpio or Scorpio rising, you will feel me on this. My work environment was giving me extreme anxiety. Extreme anxiety. So, and I was really holding it in because I was like, I need a job. I mean, I'm a Taurus sun sign, so we're all about money and security. And I was biting my tongue every single day. That environment was so stressful. People were always constantly making noises and like stomping their feet and pounding their fist and just really irritating things that disrupted my energy so badly. And I was holding it in, holding it in. And you know what eclipses do? They relieve pressure. Okay. So the eclipse was sitting an aspect to Uranus in my work house. And guess what that gave me? Anxiety, an anxiety attack. Uranus rules anxiety too. So I had an anxiety attack really bad right the day of the eclipse. And guess what? I quit my job because the eclipse is at my career point. So I was like, yo, it's really time. It's time to get out of here. Like, I love to plan things, but that was totally unplanned. And I just took a leap of faith. And now here I am. I'm doing astrology full time. It's my thing. It's one of my callings, one of several callings that I have is doing astrology. And that's why I'm here. And that's what an eclipse brought to me. Now, this eclipse for me is still at the top of my chart, the solar eclipse. I feel like I'm more in control of what's going to happen now with my career. And speaking of that, shameless plugs. I've got some really dope stuff coming on my channel, guys. Yes, I'm going to go through horoscopes for everybody and stuff. But I just wanted to give a little quick announcement that I have some new stuff coming on my channel. I have, I don't want to speak about everything yet because sometimes there's some weirdos out there that stalk your stuff and take your ideas. I hate to say that, but it's absolutely true. But I have some cool stuff coming. And also I wanted to show you guys really quick what's going on my platform here too. Let me screen share something real quick for you guys. I wanted to show you guys that I still have some things popping off on my website that are new and some new things that are actually coming in a little bit too before we get to the horoscopes. Okay, can you guys see that? So I don't have a big head in the camera. Okay. Okay, so this is my website, guys, really quickly. This is indigomoonAstrology.com. And if you go to the services tab and then you go to sales, this is where you can find the personalized eclipse horoscopes. Right now they're still $25. You can still get them for the full moon eclipse and the new moon, or both together, for the effects of them and how they will affect you over the next 6 months. I do still also have children's personalized horoscopes this month through the August 31st only. And this is where I take a look at your child's chart. I don't do any scary fortune telling, casting, weird stuff. And I know we're really protective and sensitive over our kids. So trust me, I get it as a mom, okay? I don't tell you guys any scary stuff. I tell you just some things about their personality that maybe you didn't really realize, or how to connect with them a little bit better. And yeah, maybe even the only like forecasting I do is telling you what your child's talents are, their strong talents. So maybe you can think to put them in a certain, line them up with a certain career, you know, just stuff like that is what I tell you guys. Also, I still have love and romance readings that are discounted for a limited time through the end of this month as well. So you can get a reading for you and your partner for 99 bucks. Or you can get a reading for yourself where I can tell you what's going on with you in the romance department and what is your ideal partner? What do they look like? Okay. Also, I'm still giving you guys $10 off on any future readings if you give me a testimonial. So I already have lots of these that I'm giving out. This is only through the end of August also, that if you get a reading and leave a testimonial, I will hold your spot for your coupon, honey. Okay. So that's what's going on. I just wanted to also show you guys really quickly here. This is the events tab, and anytime I have these live broadcasts or anything else going on, I will put it here on the events tab on my website. So I will blast them on IG, I'll blast them on my Facebook page, but they will also be here on my website. Even past ones will be here, maybe the last couple of ones. So you can still watch the replays easily from my events page. I do have a blog coming soon, and that's pretty much it that I wanted to show you guys. Okay. So now let's go back to talking about the eclipse. So I just wanted to point that out real quick while I still have you guys here. Okay. So now let me see what's popping in the chat real quick. Joe said in 1998, she birthed her son. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So eclipses can really bring some powerful things in 1998. Yeah, I actually got pregnant with my oldest son in 1998, at the end of 1998. So that's what the eclipse brought to me then. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of changes. Yes, Joe. Girl, feel for you. Okay. Yes, you will get yes, Eve, you will get a coupon, girl, because you got a reading from me and left a testimonial, and I appreciate it so much. Hey, what's up? Okay. Oh, okay. All right, Tira, I got you, girl. I got you. So now let's go back to talking about this eclipse, guys. So besides it being a repeat of 1998, besides it being a kind of a repeat of February 10th, 2017, there's some other key dates for us to look back on and then look forward to see how, like, what's going on, how it's going to affect us, okay, on a general level and also on a personal level. So also we have the North Node, the transiting North Node is in Leo, and it was at the point of the eclipse, the degree of the eclipse, around the 14th or 15th of May 2017. So what was going on for you during that time, if anybody can remember? What was going on? Hey, Brother Jerry, what's up? Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, what was going on for you guys around that time? May, the middle of May. Was there anything significant that happened? Any revelations, any realizations about anything? And of course, once again, if you know your own birth chart, where's Leo for you in your birth chart? What was going on during May? Okay, so February, May, and also Mercury. Mercury is going to enter the sign of Leo very soon. Well, it's going to go retrograde back into Leo. It was at the 28th degree of Leo where the eclipse was at. Around the February 24th. Was making the same positive aspects to the same planet in February. And also the eclipse was making, well, the moon part of the eclipse in Leo. I don't know what that was, that echoing, but Mercury's in retrograde, you guys, so bear with me here. Okay, so anyhow, was making aspects to the same planet at that time. I don't know what this echoing, to Uranus and Aries, and to Saturn and Sagittarius, and I believe also it was making a positive aspect to Jupiter and Libra. Let me so pretty much this is a repeat of earlier this year too. Okay, can you guys still hear me? I put my computer on mute. I don't know what's going on. This is weird. Can you guys hear me? Brother Jerry usually lets me know if there's any technical difficulties. Oh, you have 0% Leo in your natal chart, Vivian. Okay, actually everybody has Leo in their chart. You have to look at your birth chart, which once again, you can go to cafeastrology.com. It's in the description below this video. Let's see, May of this year, Eve said she left her job and started school, found out her little brother was having a baby. Aww. So, yeah, the North Node was hitting your moon at that time. And it was hitting your moon, and I think your moon's in the 3rd house, Eve, if I'm not mistaken. So the 3rd house, it represents siblings, okay? And then it also represents learning. So that's probably why that was brought about during that time. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, everybody has Leo in their charts, guys. So wherever Leo lands for you in your chart, you know, look it up. Or if you only know your sun sign, you know, Leo can be, you can find out what house it's in. Okay. So anyhow, also looking ahead a little bit, guys. So we had the eclipse here on the 21st of August, 2017, 28 degrees of Leo. Now, on the 8th of September, we're going to have Mercury retrograde back into Leo around the 28th degree of Leo, okay? Then it's going to station direct. That means it's going to sit there and it's going to beam down all this very potent mercurial energy to us in Leo at 28 degrees at the same point as the eclipse. Coinky dink? I think not. So Mercury is our thoughts, our communication, and all that stuff. So it's going to be bringing up whatever this eclipse is supposed to bring up for you around that date. So that's September the 8th of 2017. It actually stations direct on the 6th of September, but it's going to hit that degree on the 8th. Also, on the 3rd of September, Mars is going to be at the 28th degree of Leo. So wherever the eclipse hit in your chart, whatever area of life it was changing, Mars is going to hit there. And Mars is putting things into action, guys. It's putting things into action. It's like immediacy and urgency and having a lot of energy. And it can also be anger too. And it can also bring conflict too on the negative side. So wherever the eclipse hit in your chart, Mars is going to hit that on the 3rd of September. And hopefully if it's something good, you could put things into action that the eclipse initiated on the 21st of August, on the 3rd of September. Now on the 18th of September, we're going to have Venus hit the 28th degree of Leo where the eclipse was at. So Venus hitting the eclipse point. Venus is all things beauty and love and sprinkling fairy dust all over the place and just spreading good vibes. You know, that's Venus energy. It's enjoyment. It can also be indulgence though, okay? Especially being in Leo. Leo can be pretty bougie and foo-foo. So Venus and Leo at the 28th degree at the eclipse point, it could just bring maybe a great like something great where the eclipse point hit, something positive, something enjoyable, a new development that is positive. Maybe somebody who is ruled by Venus that you know can help you out with bringing out something that the eclipse initiated for you, like a Libra, a Taurus, somebody just very Venusian in nature, okay, can help you out, or a female. Bad and bougie, yes, Leos really think they're bad and bougie, don't they? So anyhow, those are some key dates with this eclipse, guys. So remember, let me just go over them again because people are popping in and out here. What's up to everybody popping in? So August 22nd, 1998, this eclipse is highlighting whatever happened for you during that time, during that year. February 10th, 2017 is highlighting that too. The 14th, 15th of May, 2017, July 24th, 2017, September 3rd, 2017, September 8th, and then September 18th. All of those key dates are the eclipse point. So yeah, that's what it's going to hit. Now, this eclipse is making a positive aspect to Uranus, okay? It's making a trine aspect to Uranus. That means it's sending a beam of energy back and forth to Uranus. And the imprint that the eclipse is going to have in our lives is affected by Uranus. That means Uranus's energy is like a kooky, crazy, mad scientist dude. You know, I imagine Uranus is like a guy who maybe looks like Carrot Top, the comedian, or Weird Al. Crazy hair, right? But Uranus, I imagine him to be like, I imagine its energy to be like this mad scientist is like just throwing lightning bolts down at us and then going, woo, I wonder what's going to happen in their lives. There, let me see. Bam, throwing a lightning bolt. They hit you. You get buzzed with electricity and you're like, I got to make a change. I got to change something. You get all this nervous energy and stuff. That's Uranus, okay? So the eclipse was in a positive aspect to that planet and also to Saturn, okay? And Saturn is completely different than Uranus. Saturn's energy is like one of my girls, what's her name? Astro Pluto Queen, if you're on Facebook. She is an astrologer too, and she said that Saturn's energy is like clear eyes, dry eyes. The clear eyes, dry eyes guy in the commercial, totally like that, like an old dude that is just wanting things to stay the same. He's all about tradition. He's all about discipline. He's all about structure. He's all about like, now you got to do it this way. And now if you didn't do it right, now it's time to go back and do it all over again. Okay, Saturn's energy can be like that at times, like an old dad, okay, or an old boss or professor, teacher, you know. Saturn's energy is comparable to that. So the eclipse made an aspect to Saturn too. So Saturn's energy is also imprinted in the effects of the eclipse over the next 6 months. What does that mean for us? So besides the kooky and unexpected, we can also have something solidified and structured and positioned for longevity. And I know that sounds contradicting, guys, but it's absolutely true. Both things will come into play. Uranus's energy is also about like the freedom to express yourself as yourself, okay? As like being weird or kooky or anything that's unique about you. And then so, you know, Uranus and Saturn's energy are totally different. Sometimes they work together, sometimes they're like, nah, I don't F with them. Saturn doesn't F with Uranus. Saturn's like, Uranus is weird, okay? And I can't follow them. They go off the path too much, you know? And Uranus is like, man, Saturn is a old fart who just is so boring and like a stick in the mud. I don't F with Saturn. But they're going to work together to, you know, put uniqueness and longevity into the energy of the eclipse and the effects of them for you guys, for every sign. And also we got Jupiter in the mix too. There's a sextile. It's kind of a long orb, if you understand my astrology speak. It's a long distance from being counted as an aspect and sending a beam of energy to the eclipse, but it still does. Jupiter does. And Jupiter is in the sign of Libra. And Jupiter's energy is like that rich uncle that just wants to party, have a big like feast and just give everybody, hey, there's plenty of food, there's plenty of drinks, guys, you know. So and just give and give and give and say, oh, don't worry about tomorrow. Yeah, here, get drunk. Hangover, psh, don't worry about that. Just have fun now, you know. What? Watching your bank account? Who does that? Here, cha-ching. So that's Jupiter's energy. Jupiter also brings opportunities and great blessings. So Jupiter is in the mix here with this eclipse to help to bring some blessings and opportunities to us. Hopefully. So those are all the aspects of the eclipse. And Eve is saying she has a question. You shouldn't charge crystals during an eclipse and tarot cards. Is that okay? I haven't heard that. Honestly, personally, Eve, I haven't heard that. And those are exactly the things that I did. I put my crystals and my tarot cards out there to soak up the eclipse energy. And especially because I use them for career, and the eclipse point is in my career house. So those are career tools. So I'm like, yo, eclipse, beam away. Charge them away. So I guess it all depends on what you believe, though, I guess, Eve. That's all I can really say. So yeah, good luck with that. Hopefully there was no evil juju blasted upon your materials there, but I highly doubt it, girl. I highly doubt it. So anyway, and now just finally, before I get to the horoscopes for every sign of the eclipse, what does Leo energy represent for all of us as a collective? What we are supposed to be implementing into our lives more when it comes to the effects that we are going to have over the next 6 months. Well, Leo energy, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows a Leo, okay? Everybody knows at least one Leo. And Leo energy, yes, it's about you being extra. It's about being a little bougie sometimes. But the reason why is because Leo energy, it knows what it deserves, okay? Leo energy could be very regal and royal, sometimes for no reason, undeservingly, okay? But sometimes it is because their energy is ruled by the sun itself. And what does the sun do? It shines. It spreads warmth upon all of us. It's generosity. It's making people smile. Leo rules entertainment. I'm sure if you know any Leos, they're like hella entertaining. They're some entertaining people. In order to be a celebrity, usually you have to have some touch of Leo energy in your chart. Maybe the sun in the first house, maybe some planets in Leo, planets in your fifth house. Maybe you have a Leo midheaven and like some planets up there. So, you know, there's usually a touch of Leo involved in the celebrity personality. Entertainment, you got to be bold enough to entertain and be confident enough to express yourself in that way. Leo energy is about expression, and the Leos are they just do them, and they just express themselves, and they're like, I'm so great, I'm so fly, everybody look at me, listen to me. Like, you know what? There's this guy that's been in the news recently that I was like, oh my God. I just looked at his Instagram for a little bit because he was like in the news for a second. And I was trying to figure out his sign. And he's a total Leo. He embodies the energy of Leo totally. If you guys remember, like a month or two ago, Black China was, she took a picture with some dude. Some dude took a picture in Rob Kardashian's robe, Versace robe. And his name is like Safari Ferrari, something like that, right? So just out of curiosity, I looked at this guy's Instagram and I was like, he's got to be a Leo. He has to be a Leo. I looked through like a lot of his pictures. Yes, he is such a Leo. Leo energy loves the best, the absolute best in life, like name brands, things of like good quality so they can show off. They're always showing off their shoes, their hair, their body, their clothes. Leo energy could be like that. Of course, unless your Leo energy is in the 12th house or the 4th or something, but that's a whole other video, you guys, okay? But it's time for all of us to shine in whatever area of life the eclipse lands. Pretty much plain and simple, that's how I could put it, okay? It's really time to show who you are and that you're proud of who you are and that you're confident in who you are and that you deserve the best. You deserve achievement. You deserve recognition. And of course, you got to put in the work because Saturn's involved now, okay? You got to put in the work to earn that. If you have been putting in the work to earn that recognition, then you will be blessed within the next 6 months in some kind of way. Blessings, achievement, you know, being recognized, all of that stuff. All right. So with all that being said, let's dive into these horoscopes. Bruno Mars is a moon in Leo. Yes. And I love Bruno Mars. I swear he's one of my soulmates. Oh, I love him and his little Leo moon self. So let's start out with the sign of Aries for this horoscopes. Okay. For the solar eclipse horoscopes. And remember, check your sun's, not only your sun sign, okay, so this isn't just for sun signs, sun sign, rising sun, or moon sign. The sun and the rising will show the timing of events more accurately than the moon. The moon will show you sometimes the timing of events, depending upon how strong the moon is in your chart, which is another video lesson, but also it'll show your perception of things that are happening and the feelings that you're having with things that are happening, okay? So starting with Aries. Aries, this eclipse happened in your 5th house. The 5th house, the 5th sign from Aries is Leo, okay? So that's how it's 5th house. It is all about all the Leo stuff that we talked about. Self-expression, being confident, being proud and bold and all of that stuff. It's also about romance. It's also about children. And it's all about what makes your heart glow, what makes you smile really big in life. What makes you light up with joy, okay? So for a lot of people, that is romance. So for some of you Aries people, you may have a new romantic relationship blossom and develop over the next 6 months. So, or some new developments in a current romantic relationship. Or if you are already in a solid, committed relationship, Aries, this is an opportunity to bring the spark back there. So the romance, it's an opportunity to get that romance up and running, you know, get it back sparked up, you know what I mean? So if things have been dull in your relationship, yes, then you need to get that shine back. Yes, Shakori, like the Vegas lights, you know, yes, we talked about that, huh, in your reading. The Vegas lights, what makes you light up like you're looking at the Las Vegas lights, okay? For Aries people, that's what you need to try to get more of in your life. Even if that means going to Vegas more, Aries. I know a lot of Aries love Vegas, okay? Also, when it has to do with children for Aries people, you can, I actually know some Aries that are pregnant. You know, this eclipse happened in their house of conceiving children. So some of them are pregnant. They're becoming new mommies. So congratulations. One of them is my girl, Astrology by Diana. I think she changed her channel name to One Love Astrology. And she is an Aries rising. She just announced her pregnancy. Congrats to her. She's so lovely. And she's also an astrologer. Go check out her channel. And she just put up a video on looking at how certain astrological events showed her that she would be pregnant this year. So this eclipse was one of them, okay? Or the eclipses are one of them. So maybe some Aries may have children that are new that come up in the next, I don't know, year or so. Or in the lives of your children if you already have children. you can see some changes there. Maybe a change in the relationship that you have with them. Maybe new ways of parenting better. You know, that can also be something the eclipse brings for Aries people. But also, if your kids may need you a little bit more in their lives, like need you to be present even more. Maybe they have some activities that they need to be involved in. Something there will definitely change. And Vivian asked, what happens if your fifth house in your fifth house, Taurus rising? I will get to Taurus right now. I'll get to Taurus right now. So yeah, that's for Aries people. It's all about children, romance, creative expression, starting creative projects, new ones, new creative projects over the next 6 months. Yes, good time for that too. The eclipse is supportive of that for Aries people. So next up is Taurus. Taurus sun, moon, or rising. The solar eclipse is highlighting your fourth house. This is home. This is family. This is where you live. This is your roots, your sense of comfort and security in life. Okay. It's a cozy place that you go to and that you chill in with all of your pillows and stuff like this. You know, I'm a Taurus too, and I love comfy, cozy stuff. So what makes us feel like that? That's the fourth house. Okay. It's our sanctuary, you know. This is my little sanctuary here that I invited you guys into. So Tauruses, this can be some of you guys moving. I know a couple of Tauruses that are doing that, a Taurus sun and moon that are actually a couple, and they are moving. This is a really big move for them into a house, and they've lived in apartments for a while, and now they're actually moving into a house. So good luck to you fellow Tauruses out there that are actually moving, and this is part of that eclipse. Now, this is also your early childhood. It's also your relatives, the female relatives. It's also like mother figures, for example. Yeah, my earring's still on? Yeah. Like mother figures, like grandmothers, aunts, mothers. So this can also be, and also just your family in general. So since this is making the eclipse is being aspected by planets that are in your other water houses, Taurus, and the water house energy is very sensitive, very emotional, very healing as well. But it can be really emo though, you know, bring out some old emotional stuff. So this could be a healing of something that has to do with family or with early childhood. Letting go of grudges, which Tauruses, come on, you guys know we can hold some serious grudges like for years and years. Guilty as charged as a Taurus sun, okay? But especially when it comes to family, I've been guilty of that too, you know, holding on to family grudges, early childhood stuff that happened to me. But this could be a time for some of us to release and let go, to heal, to kind of bring a new development in our relationships with our family, with our parents, with our mothers. So yeah, Eve said she's been butting heads with her Virgo sun mom. Today she felt like it was the start of something good, and she's guilty of the stubbornness too. Yes, girl, I hear you on that. So I've been stubborn like that with my parents too. Just being completely 100% honest with my peoples here. I sure have. But now there's a situation in my family as a Taurus to where one of my parents is actually very, very ill and has been in the hospital with a serious issue. So I've had to work with myself to kind of let go of some stuff too, you know, and to kind of reach out, you know, and not be so stubborn. So that could be for Taurus people. Family stuff, moving, home, healing from early childhood stuff. Maybe even redecorating your house. Not everybody's going to be moving as a Taurus, but maybe just looking around your house, Taurus, and be like, you know what? How can I make this place more comfy? How can I make it more of like my sanctuary, you know, but my place that I go to zone out and get away from the rest of the world? How can I make it like that even more? As a Taurus myself, I was thinking today, like, I need to buy some more candles. You know, we Tauruses, we're all about things that smell good, right? So Taurus, look into things that you can do, like buy more candles or, and I was cleaning like a mug today too. And yesterday with the eclipse being in my fourth house and all this Virgo energy we have popping off, which that's a whole other video too. Virgo season has began. That means clean up, cleaning your house, organizing. So yeah, cleaning and organizing your house a little bit more though, Taurus, because remember, this is the effects up to the next 6 months, not just like right now, but also later, what's going to be going on in your home. So how can you, in the long run, establish comfort and security when it comes to home? That's what this eclipse is bringing to Tauruses. And it can be an emotional thing. but we can get through it. You know, we're the bulls. We just keep on moving even through emotional stuff, right? So next up is Gemini. So for Gemini, this eclipse that happened on August 21st, for Gemini sun, moon, or rising, this is happening in your third house. So this is Gemini stuff, okay? Third house is Gemini stuff. You guys doing your little Tasmanian devil thing that you guys do, you know, just going around talking fast, moving fast, doing all kinds of multiple things at one time, multitasking, blah, 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 all over the place. That's what it's affecting for you guys, okay? You guys are going to be uberly Tasmanian devil over the next 6 months. But seriously though, the third house, it rules your communication. So how you communicate to others, you can definitely do something to change that. That can even mean the communication devices that you have, Gemini, like the tools you use for communication. Sorry. Like getting a new phone, which I know Geminis, you guys are terrible with phones. You guys are always losing them, dropping them, throwing them. You know, my phone doesn't work anymore. It broke. I broke the screen. It just started doing all these crazy things during Mercury retrograde. Now I need a new phone. So some of you Geminis may need to take a solid look at like your communication tools and devices and methods and change some things. Buy a new computer. Also, this is how you get around your city, your town, your vicinity of where you live, and your neighborhood and all that stuff. So if you drive, if you travel through public transportation, Gemini, you can see some major changes there. Some Geminis may be getting a new car. Once again, Mercury is retrograde. That's your ruling planet, Gemini, and Mercury retrograde really messes with Gemini so badly. I feel so bad for you guys. But yeah, so maybe with Mercury retrograde, some of you guys have some mishaps with your vehicle. You have to get a new car over the next 6 months. Hopefully that works out well for you guys, if so. But also, this is your siblings, your relationships to siblings. And I do have a Gemini rising close to me that she told me that alongside with the eclipse, her sibling, her sister, had like a really huge announcement that she was quitting her job and starting a new career, doing something totally different. And it was one of those breaking points of I can't take this stuff no more. And she just said, bam, I'm going to quit my job. I put in my 2 weeks with this eclipse and I'm piecing out and I'm going to do my own thing, my own creative thing. So yeah, that happened for a Gemini rising friend, you know, and it did affect her too, because her and her sister worked together. I don't know if she's watching this, but peace to my girl T if she's watching. But her and her sister worked together at a job. And so with the eclipse in her third house, her sibling had a transition that also affected her too. So this could be a change in the lives of your siblings, your relationship with your siblings too, Gemini. But yeah, and this can also be you guys wanting to learn some new classes. Geminis are all about learning new things. So maybe some of you guys may get like certification and things. Yes. Oh, hey, Raina, what's up? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. Hi, Raina. Thanks for being here. Okay. Yeah. So yes, girl, I was talking about our long-term sisters. They have some huge changes that were brought about by the eclipse. So anyhow, yeah, so some of you Geminis may want to learn some new things too, okay? Like take some classes. You guys are excellent at being like a jack of many different trades, Geminis. So this is a really big opportunity over the next 6 months to like enhance that, increase your knowledge. Like I know about this and I know about that. If you talk to Geminis can talk to you about anything, okay? They can talk, okay, about anything. They know a little bit about this, about that, about this, about that. So Geminis, if you want to enhance that and be able to just talk to anybody about anything, good time to learn some new stuff with this eclipse bringing that to you. All right. So next up is Cancer. So Cancer, sun, moon, or rising, how is the eclipse affecting you guys over the next 6 months? So this is happening in your second house, which is how you earn your money. Okay. So some of you Cancers may be getting a new job, because also the other planets that are aspecting the eclipse are in your house of work and your house of career, okay? And those can be two different things. There's a house of your work duties, your work environment, and then there's a house of the career, the title that you want to hold, what you want to be known as. So all of that stuff is popping off right now, Cancer, with this eclipse. The main thing is, how you are going to be paid, how much you're paid for what you're doing, what's your worth, what's your value with your job. I know some Cancers personally that they work very hard at their jobs. Okay, there's a lot of responsibility placed upon them. And they're just there. They're like, I'm just here to help the company. And I'm like, yo, how much do you get paid? They're getting paid like crappy, right? And I'm like, why don't you ask for a raise? Oh, because this and that about my company. Look, Cancer, ask for that raise, okay, over the next 6 months, maybe after Mercury retrograde, okay? But still, ask for that raise or go after a career or a job that pays you what you are worth, okay? This is definitely something that's important for you guys over the next 6 months. So Cancers, new job, more money, more money, more money, more money. But also, this is your finances in general, Cancer, like how you handle your money and your resources. So some of you guys may need to revamp things like your budget, going back over your budget, going back over how you spend your money. If Cancers can spend some money on food, let me tell you, okay, you guys can really spend money on food, but maybe you're spending too much. I know you guys love it so much, but you need to really reevaluate your finances and see, can I afford to eat out every day at the places that I love because it tastes good and brings me comfort? Or should I look at more like wants versus needs and put more groceries in the house and make my lunch for work and, so stuff like that so that you can save money. You know what I mean? Yes, crab cakes. What? What am I reading? What are you guys talking about in there? Anyhow, yeah, so Cancers, it's all about money. Hopefully you guys get more of it over the next 6 months. Hopefully you see an increase in your finances. Hopefully you guys implement some changes into how you handle your money so that, you can save money. You can do things for the long run that increase your finances too, like increase your savings, all right? I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. So next up is Leo. Leo, this eclipse is happening in your sign. So this is just huge, 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 huge. Okay. Huge for Leos all around, anywhere in life. This is definitely affecting you guys. So for Leo people, it's just really your time to step into the spotlight. And I know a lot of you guys are like, I'm in the spotlight all the time anyway. Okay. I'm always on the red carpet. But not all Leos are. Some of you guys don't feel confident enough or don't feel that you've received the validation that it's okay for you to step into the spotlight. Believe it or not, some Leos need that validation before they really do something big, to change their lives. But it's that time, Leo. It's really that time, especially if your birthday was around the eclipse, especially if you were a Leo born on the 21st of August or a few days before or a few days after. Or if you're a Virgo, actually, Virgo, the sun just moved into Virgo today on the 22nd. So even if you're a Virgo that was born the first few days of Virgo season, or you have a planet in the first, I'm going to say 5 degrees of Virgo. Yeah, the first 5 degrees of Virgo. This eclipse is still hitting you. It's still very, very potent for you. Okay. So this is really your time to shine, Leo. It really is. So embarking upon some huge changes. Now, Leos, this is in the first house of the self. So this could be you just wanting to roar out there a lot more, okay, and be heard just generally. But also this could be your appearance, changing something with your appearance. So maybe changing something with your body. Once again, I don't recommend heavy things like plastic surgery or any major, super major changes with your appearance and your body, Leo, within the next month, I'm going to say, because Mercury's retrograde. But after that, yeah, definitely make those changes if they're going to make you feel good about yourself. I'm not going to hate on that. Just watch out with the booty injections and stuff like that. I was just talking to somebody earlier about butt injections. And I was watching some video not too long ago to where this guy worked on the set of some reality show like Love and Hip Hop, I think. One of those where all the girls have injections and fake boobs and their lips are like this and stuff. And he said that their butt injections were leaking. And I'm like, okay, hold up. They leak? Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's some botched thing that can happen to you during Mercury retrograde, Leo, if you do something with your appearance. So I don't recommend it, but definitely changing yourself overall. how you approach life. The first house, the ascendant, is how you approach life and what you want people's first impression to be of you, yourself, okay? How do you want people to see you? Do you want them to see you as being like bummy and shy and like, oh, you know, or whatever? Or do you want them to see you as like, I'm fabulous, look at my hair, it looks good, my body looks good, I dress nice? How do you want people to see you? What do you want their first impression to be? This is also just opportunities, Leo. Any opportunities that you want to take up with anything, anywhere in life, this can give you a boost of confidence to definitely do that. So we're going to start seeing a lot more Leos going, ah, ah, shining out there all crazy. Now, next up is Virgo. So Virgo, this eclipse happened in your 12th house, which is all about it's another, you guys are another sign, Virgo, that are trying to find your inner peace. And hey, Cherry Moon, what's up, girl? Thanks for tuning in. It's all about finding your inner peace. And it's all about, yeah, really finding peace with yourself and other people. Because the 12th house is said to be the house of letting go. Okay, so letting go of old karma, old things, old physical things, old memories that are just too painful, old, a lot of things, okay? A lot of old, just letting go, flushing it out, letting it like flow in your emotional waters, like far, far away out somewhere, to where it doesn't bother you anymore. But also this is about finding peace, because the 12th house is all about meditation, spirituality, being in touch with that realm, you know, different realms other than just the physical, okay? So it's all about being in touch with that. And let me tell you guys, I love Virgos. I love you guys so much, okay? I have a lot of Virgos near and dear to my heart, and you guys always entertain me with being in my 11th house of friends. However, Virgos really have a hard time with connecting to such things like spirituality, like believing in things that are not always able to be seen or proven or produced physically right in front of you. Virgos can have a hard time with that. They're big time skeptics, but that's because you guys are here to really work on things in the physical world and show everybody how to take care of our physical world the best way possible. So because of that, you guys are uber focused and zoned in on that. So the other realms that exist, a lot of times Virgos are like, what? Man, that's some old bullshit. But this is really asking Virgos to tap into spirituality. Virgos are very nervy people. They're workaholics. They're always in their little hamster wheel going and going and going. But this eclipse is calling you guys to step out of it, step away from it, okay? Find a way to relax, Virgo. Calm your nerves, all right? Woosah, Virgo. Woosah. That's what the eclipse is going to help you to see how to do for yourself, okay? Step away from the hamster wheel, guys. Step away. It's all about, yeah, finding inner peace and peace with other people, definitely. And the 12th house can also be divine creativity and talents that you have. Like, for example, the 12th house, a lot of people who have 12th house energy, or they have their 12th house lit up like by transit or whatever, like an eclipse, they can tune into music, like musical talents in dancing and stuff like that. Because, you know, when you do those things, if you are an artist, if any artists are watching, you know, when we do art, we get into a zone, right? We get into a zone and we just channel and things just flow. Whether you are a dancer, whether you're a singer or a rapper or a DJ or a painter or a graffiti artist, any of that stuff, you get into a zone. And when you get in that zone, everything else is blocked out and you just do your art. And then even if you don't pay attention to how it's going on, like what's going on in detail, and you see it later, you're like, whoa, I was really in a zone and I created some cool stuff, right? So getting into that zone, that creative zone, if there's any creative Virgos out there, then this eclipse can help you to see how to get more in tune with that and not just so nervy and perfectionist with whatever it is that you do in life, Okay, so that's it for Virgos. So Libra, this eclipse is happening in your 11th house, which has to do with friends and groups and your acquaintances and people that you network with, and finding your tribe and finding your fellow aliens. Okay, so finding people who are unique, just like you, in whatever ways that you're unique, Libra. This eclipse is all about that. So with dealing with friends and groups, so there's some Libras out there that maybe you're associated with a group of people. Maybe you get together and you do some type of projects or some things, or work together with people. And maybe this eclipse has shown you that some of you guys, maybe it's showing you that you don't really belong. You no longer belong. You guys are on a totally different mission than these people are. And so now it's like, time to exit. Okay, go do your own thing. Go join a different group, for example. But this can also be Libras finally finding people that understand you, okay? That understand you on a level to where you are unique and you're an individual, but people are not like weirded out by you. You know, these people are like maybe weird just like you. So Libras may be finding that over the next 6 months, okay? Also, this is like acquaintances, like friends. Okay, this is circles of friends. I find this is how I see the 11th house. And actually, I have 2 planets there in my own chart. I have Jupiter and Saturn there. So this is coming from like personal experience. This is the 11th house. This is the area that's being focused for Libras. You have like layers to friendships, okay? There's your inner circle, your core. This could be people that you've known since childhood, high school, whatever, 10 plus years, 5 years. That is like that's one layer. That's one circle. Right outside of that, Libra, there are acquaintances, like people you may see around. They have like-minded interests. Maybe you go to certain events, or you do, you have a certain thing that you do, and these people have it in common with you. You go to the same places all the time. Then there's that circle, right? Then outside of that, there's another ring. There's people that you just kind of network with. Maybe you're connected to them on social media or something, but they're not like friends, you know? But when you see them, you guys are cool. You say, what's up? You guys may hit each other up for some like networking stuff here and there, okay? So that's the 11th house. So for Libras, some of you guys may have a lesson over the next 6 months in who are your real true friends? Who are your real friends? And who are just acquaintances? Like a separation of those two things, like really taking a step back and saying, okay, you know what? These are my core peeps. I trust them. These other people, they're cool, but I'm not going to like mess with them like that. I'm not going to F with them like that anymore. Like really reaching out and putting in a lot of effort towards those people. Nah, they're not down for me like that. So, you know, we could be cool, but that's it. So it may be some things that come up for you guys in those regards over the next 6 months. And the eclipse is hitting your social houses in your chart, Libra. So it's all about friendships and groups, like small groups that you have that you're associated with, and also like greater opportunities that you have to connect with like lots of different people. Like of other cultures, of like from other countries. So some of you guys have that. You know, there's a triangle there going on, okay? So there could be a connection between all of that. Oh, hey, what's up, Coolski? Thanks for being here. Oh, you said you're going through that right now as a Libra. Yeah, that's what Libras are going through. So over the next 6 months, your friendships may change. You know, the people you're involved with may change. You may be looking at them differently. So yeah, that's it for Libra. But also Libra, the 11th house is the internet. It's also, it's the internet and like websites and stuff. So if any Libras want to start up a website, start up some project to where you are seen on the internet in a huge way, especially like on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTubers. I've been following certain YouTubers for years. And whenever I see them blow up, there's usually something popping off in that 11th house, okay? So if you're a Libra watching, you want to blow up on YouTube, Instagram, any of that stuff, over the next 6 months, you can have a really big opportunity to do so. Build a website, you know, put yourself out there to like masses of people. Start a podcast, you know, something to where you could reach like everybody in the world, okay? So that's for Libras. Good luck to you guys. Now, next up is Scorpio. Scorpio, this eclipse happened in our 10th house. I'm a Scorpio rising, so that's why I say we. This happened in our 10th house. So when I give you guys this horoscope, it's coming from a personal experience place, not just by book or anything like that. So Scorpios, this eclipse in our 10th house of career. Kulski said he's already famous. Hey, well, you could blow up even more, homie. So keep that in mind over the next 6 months. Maybe I'll start seeing a little more of you. So for Scorpio, yes, this is our career house. I mean, there's so much I could say, but it's just like really, it's really that time. It's really that time, Scorpios. Not just myself, but a lot of Scorpios, Scorpio rising people that I've known have been having kind of a tough time over the last couple of years trying to stabilize a really good job and career, having a connection between job and career and finance, having them all like flow together, earning good money, enjoying the work that you do and enjoying the title, like having a title that you want to really identify yourself with has been tough for Scorpios because one area or the other has fallen apart and then we got to try to make up for it elsewhere. And it's just been crazy. So I'm really hoping for Scorpios that this eclipse is setting the tone for the next 6 months, an end of crazy cycles as far as career, like as far as, you know, a lot of us, because Saturn is hanging out in our money house and Saturn can be that stingy old man, you know, restricting us. So a lot of Scorpios have had ups and downs financially, like you're in a high paying job and then you get fired or your pay gets like dropped or something, you know, crazy stuff's been happening. Or for some Scorpios, Scorpio rising people, I know they've gotten robbed and they've had like all these bills and expenses come up with Saturn being a stingy old man with their money and snatching it away. And then we've had Uranus in our work house. And I already told you guys a story about that earlier. It's been like really nervy energy when it comes to working around other people. They can get on our motherfucking nerves doing annoying stuff, okay? Doing annoying things and just like the work environment is just a little too much for us sometimes for some Scorpios. And then we've got this stuff popping off in our career house, making a positive triangle aspect, flowing all these things together. So for Scorpios, this could be it. This could be our time to where we hold a title, you know, hold a title. Bye, Eve. Peace out, girl. We hold a title that we are proud of, okay, which is where the eclipse is at. We enjoy the work duties that we do, okay, which is where Uranus is at. And we also make good money if we've been working hard, which is the second house where Saturn is at, okay. Raina is saying her home got robbed a few months back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, Raina, you're a Scorpio, huh? Dang. Yeah. So hopefully the troubles will be over soon, especially because stingy old man Saturn will move out of our house of possessions and money and material things at the end of December of this year. So maybe by the end of December, Raina, things will get better for you as far as maybe recovering your material possessions. If you lost anything, if you had any huge losses, maybe it'll like start getting better after December. But yeah, this eclipse, hopefully it'll set the tone for more positivity with Scorpios, with career and money and work. And also, same thing I said with the 11th house. Whenever I've watched people blow up in their careers in social media or in whatever where you can see them, okay? You can see these people blow up. There's always something popping off up there in that 10th house of career. So you're going to start seeing a lot more Scorpios blow up on YouTube, on social media, in their entertainment careers. You guys are going to start seeing more of us. So Scorpions, unite and let's take over, okay? So next up is Sagittarius. The eclipse on August 21st hit your 9th house, and this is the Sag house, okay? This is Sag stuff, doing Sag stuff. And what does Sag stuff involve? Well, number one, learning. Sages are always about learning, always about reading a lot of books, going to college. Sages really hold education to like a high standard. It's a huge part of life for Sages. So education, it's also traveling, If you guys know any Sages, if any Sages in the house, I have a lot of Sag friends. I love Sages. Home invasion. What? Sages travel. You guys are the travelers of the zodiac, no doubt about that. I have a lot of Sag friends, and I'm like, are you ever in town? Like, they're always traveling around. I love following them on social media because you guys are always somewhere else, experiencing something different, something new, other cultures, other countries. You guys are like just all over the place, and I love it. I have envy of your lives. I really do, Sages. So this is Sages doing more Sag things like traveling. So maybe you guys can go on a huge trip. I actually have a friend who's a Sag rising. I don't know if he's watching, but you know, the eclipses have been hitting his ninth house, and he actually he's never been out of the United States, and now he migrated to Germany, and he lives there now for the time being, and he's on like this tour of Europe doing his like b-boy thing and dancing and stuff. Shout out to Mino if he's watching. I don't know if he's watching, but this eclipse happened in his ninth house as a Sag rising. So now he's like really on this big, huge trip of a lifetime, you know, like a really big experience. And Sagittarius, you guys travel all the time, like I said, but now it's time to really do something that's like huge like that, like a life-changing trip. Like, I've never been to this country before. Let me go there. Let me learn something, you know. Also, yes, like I said, this is about learning for Sagittarius. So maybe working under a guru, working as an apprentice, to really do something big, because where this eclipse is at, it's the area of life that you go through before you get to career, okay? Before you get to the title, how you're known, your legacy, all of that stuff, okay? So whatever you guys can do to make that part of your life big, start it now, all right? So if that's going back to school, doing whatever you got to do it, to, you know, take some huge steps towards like life experience, helping you guys to be better people and be known for like really, really big things. So that's for Saggies. Good luck, Saggies. So next up is Capricorn. So this eclipse happened for Capricorn in your 8th house. Okay, the 8th house. That's the part of your life that rules a lot of deep stuff, that like the taboo, the things that people don't normally like to talk about. But Capricorns usually are not afraid of that stuff, usually. Although Caps can be very big skeptics, okay? You guys can be skeptics of anything that's like mystical and like taboo and occult and all that. Caps usually look at it. You know that emoji that does this? That's a Capricorn face, okay? And Caps look at, Capricorns look at stuff like astrology and tarot and numerology and spiritual stuff, like with that face a lot. But that's all knowledge of the deep soul, okay? So some Capricorns, over the next 6 months, you may have some, you know, like phenomenon that happens to you in that area of life, to where you finally see like, wow, even what's hidden sometimes can come to light and be real, okay? So also a lot of Capricorns are going through some transformations in life, huge transformations. The 8th house is the house of transformation in general, but also you guys have Pluto, the planet of transformation, in your sign in Capricorn, and is going to be there till 2023. He's been there since 2008, 2009. So even more transformations. And I know a lot of Capricorns are like, I am so tired of transformations. Okay, I want things to be steady and stable and predictable. That's all I want in life. Why can't I get that right now? Well, that's because Pluto is hanging out in your sign, hovering over your sun in Capricorn if you were born in December or January, or any other planets you have in Capricorn, your ascendant, whatever. Pluto is hanging out there and calling you to transform. So Caps, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be totally different people by the end of 2023. I know that's looking a little bit ahead, but you guys are going to be totally different people by then. I'm telling you. So more transformation, yes, for Capricorns with this eclipse. You guys are definitely up for that. And you guys can transform in the area of life that rules your finances, your spiritual bonds that you have with people, like deep soul bonds. And I know I mentioned this in another broadcast, but I'll just mention it again because some of you guys didn't see the other one. But some Capricorns I know are going through divorce. They're going through separation. They're trying to unmerge, if that's a word, with someone that they had a bond to, a tie to, in whether financially or through the soul, because maybe this person is now toxic to you, okay? Look at Mary J. Blige, you guys. Look at Mary J. Blige. She's a Capricorn. What's been going on with her? She's had to separate herself from Kendu. And they've had these financial things going on, okay? The 8th house is the house of, it is a house of divorce a lot of times because it is the joint assets that you have. That can also mean children. I know children are not objects, okay? But I'm talking about custody over children, custody over pets, custody over like material items that you guys bought together, okay? A separation and a division of that stuff. Look at what Mary J is going through. Prime example. Listen to her songs, Capricorn. Maybe they'll get you guys through this stuff, okay? But yes, I have a few Capricorns close to me that are going through that. And yeah, ridding yourself of toxins. The 8th house can rule toxins. Anything that's toxic hanging around in your life. Detox. This could be a really good time to detox and like purge out anything old, anything that's just like really, I don't know, anything that you don't need in your life anymore. A purge. You could do that, Cap. This can also mean not just that stuff, but also really positive things. Like a lot of Capricorns, you guys have a wall up when it comes to love. Don't front like you don't, because you guys do, okay? I have Caps, a lot of you guys close to me, family members, husbands of Capricorn rising, uber Capricorn, man. You guys can put up walls, okay? A lot of times you guys put up a wall towards intimacy because you guys are just like, I am here on a mission to complete, a mission to like be I work. I'm a person that works. I hold a title. I hold a certain status. I hold an air of prestige, and you know, I don't want anything to change that or to knock me off of my straight and narrow path. So when it comes to love, a lot of you guys are brick walls. You guys are like, nope, I'm not really letting anybody in. If I let them in, it's only a little bit because I can't be distracted from my mission with my work. But some of you guys with this eclipse, some Capricorns, you guys may actually have that wall broken down, okay? I've seen it all the time with transits to the 8th house that are major. People get that wall broken down. They allow someone into their heart and to their soul intimately, like you join with another person. It's beautiful to me as a Scorpio, like anything to do with merging with another person, I'm like, oh. So some of you guys may get that opportunity, okay? I mean, I know you may be like, ew, icky, I'm allergic to love and all that shit, but Capricorns, just let it, okay? Just let this person merge with you. It's a beautiful thing, I promise, okay? Now, next up is Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me get a little comfy here for Aquarians. How is this eclipse affecting Aquariuses? Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising people. Whew, I have a lot of you guys close to me too. I love Aquarius risings. I have a lot of Aquarius rising friends, mostly girlfriends, all girlfriends. Yes, Aquarius risings, because you guys are weird like me. I love you guys. So Aquarians, this eclipse is happening in your 7th house of relationships. Aquarians also, you guys could be a little weird when it comes to relationships, okay? Actually, you guys are a little weird when it comes to everything in life, okay? That's why I love you guys. But when it comes to relationships, Aquariuses can be also kind of closed off. And like, you guys are that emoji that has like no mouth. Just eyes. Like blank expression, right? Or the emoji that has like a straight line for a mouth and straight lines for eyes. That's Aquarius. You guys could be like that. And so people, it's hard for us to read you guys. Like, so are you enjoying yourself? Or like, are you happy? What's going on with you, Aquarius? Like a lot of us can't figure you guys out, what you're feeling. And then you guys could be like Data on Star Trek, like feelings. What are those? I know not of feelings. What let me look up the definition for feelings. But anyhow, with all that being said, you guys, this eclipse is affecting your relationships. So some of you guys, for the first time, can be involved in a very serious relationship, okay? You guys can actually find you a new boo thing, okay? One that maybe, hopefully, will last you a long time for a lot of Aquarius people. So it's relationship stuff for you guys. So also, some Aquarians, I know some of you guys personally that have been in a relationship for a long time, but you guys, along with Capricorns, have to let go of a relationship because it's been toxic. It's been hell. This person has been putting you through a lot of bullshit, and it's just like, I can't take it anymore. There was an eclipse in your sign, Aquarius, 2 weeks ago, and that was a full moon. That was like a breaking point. And now this eclipse is happening in your relationship house, so it's time to start fresh and new, okay? Start fresh and new with relationships. So that can mean a clearing out of that old one to allow a new one to come through. To be something that you really want out of a relationship. Not somebody that, Aquarians normally, okay, unless you have other energies in your chart that prove otherwise, Aquarians don't like overly emotional drama, clingy, weird, like, you guys don't like all of that stuff. You guys like a sense of freedom. You guys like somebody that will be with you, yes, but they'll still allow you to be yourselves. They're not going to try to take over and tell you got to be something else or do something else. You still have to do you, even when in a relationship. So a lot of Aquarians have been experiencing getting rid of a partner that doesn't allow that, okay? But yeah, it's really about relationship for you guys. And if you're single and if you don't have anybody come into your life over the next 6 months, Aquarians, maybe it's a time where you guys can think about that. Think about why you're not in a relationship, or what you really want out of relationships in the future going forward. How should you act how have you acted in relationships? What you can look back on that, on your behaviors, you know? Aquarius rising, make no mistake, you're the innovators. Yes, you guys are definitely the innovators. So yeah, definitely innovators, Aquarius risings. Okay. Next up is Pisces, and somebody's asking, born on 22 here, am I a full Pisces? Oh, you must be, okay. So you're born February 20th. Are you a full Pisces? That depends on your birth time. You have to look up your exact time of birth to see if the sun was in Pisces or it was in Aquarius when you were born. So once again, I have a link in the description area below this video to cafeastrology.com. It's the best for beginners who don't know what a rising sign is, what a moon sign is, and all that stuff. So go on there and check it out, and you'll see if the sun was in 29 degrees of Aquarius or 0 degrees of Pisces. All right. So next up is Pisces. This eclipse happened in your 6th house. Okay. So the area of focus for you guys is going to be self-care, big time, just like your opposite sign, Virgo, because check this out. So this eclipse is happening in this area of life where Pisces, we can feel like we just don't like it. We're allergic to it. It annoys us, okay? It's bothersome to us. Pisces energy does not, okay? It does not really like schedules, deadlines, rules. It doesn't like people being nitpicky. It doesn't like people being overcritical. Pisces is all about hippie stuff. Let's love one another. Who cares? Who cares about the rules? Who cares about where you come from? Who cares about all these like deadlines and stuff? Let's just do and let's just be. Let's go with the flow. You know, that's Pisces. So the 6th house is all that stuff that Pisces doesn't like, scheduling and all that good stuff. So this can be a time where Pisces, over the next 6 months, we have to revamp our schedule. We have to revamp how we manage our time. I know it's boring stuff, right? But we have to do it. It's a part of life. This can also mean how you take care of yourself, Pisces. Like what you do every day to take care of yourself. The products that you use even. Okay, the products that you use, the rituals that you perform, if any, what you do when you wake up in the morning, what time you wake up in the morning, what time you go to bed at night, how much rest you get. All of that stuff is also found in the 6th house. So if a lot of us Pisceans haven't really been doing that great with that stuff, it's a time to revamp that. It's a time to take a good look at that and see what we can rearrange, you know. Now, as you guys know, of course, you see the title of my channel, my moon sign is Pisces. So I'm also heavy Pisces energy. And I'm trying to do that too. Like, I'm self-employed. And so my schedule, like, I'm trying to adjust it again, you know, to be more successful with work and business, but also family. It's about balance. The 6th house energy is about balance, really. Like, it's where we can fall off balance a lot. Okay, we could fall off the hamster wheel, or we can hop on there, like our opposites, Virgo. So for Pisces, yeah, rearranging your schedule. But this is also the house of work, like jobs, job duties, actually having a job. So Pisces people, over the next 6 months, maybe some of you guys can get an awesome new job. Hopefully so, my Pisces people. So if you're looking for a job, this eclipse energy could give you a boost there. Like it can give you a new job, okay? Plain and simple, new job. So new job for Pisces people. Maybe some of you guys may quit a job too, because this is the house of work. This is an eclipse. This is like pressure. And then finally, bam, a breaking point. Okay. So some of you guys may be quitting. Let me know, Pisces. Let me know if you guys are quitting. But remember, when one door closes, another one opens. Okay. Or some of you guys may get fired. I mean, knock on wood, if there's any around. I hope none of you guys get fired, Pisces. But it can happen. Just being honest, eclipses can bring magical, wonderful, exciting, positive things, but it can also bring events that are kind of traumatic or kind of not so favorable and like kind of a little bit scary, you know, but they're necessary though. They're breakthroughs, and transformation and change. It's not always pretty. Okay. I've been reading and hearing a lot of people say that lately. And it's absolutely true. It's not always pretty. And, you guys may be having some things go on that isn't so pretty, okay? And Pisces, it can be very hard for us to face reality and face those things. We want the world to be Candyland, right? Unicorns and sparkles and mermaids and shit. But it's not always like that. So this is about reality too, facing reality and resolving the problems that we have in our own worlds, okay? Taking control of them, taking control of our worlds and our environment around us. So it's also about health. Pisces people, take care of your health. I can't stress this enough with Pisces people, because you know what? A lot of times, we forget that we're human. I'm just saying, we do. I mean, if any Pisces agree with me, let me know. We forget that we're human. We forget we have a physical body. We daydream all day. We're like, woo, our head in the clouds. We're thinking about creative stuff. We're thinking about what we want to do, where we want to escape off to. We're dreaming about our celebrity crushes or whatever. We forget that we have a body, okay? And we got to take care of it. So Pisces people, really take care of your body. Do things over the next 6 months. Incorporate new diet, new routine, new workout schedule, whatever you got to do to take care of yourself. Definitely do that over the next 6 months, guys. This eclipse is really a good time to initiate some stuff like that. So let me see in the chat. Aquarius is weird. Yes, we are. Or I'm not an Aquarius. Sorry. I identify with Aquarian energy a lot because I have Uranus in the first house. So, okay. So that was it for the horoscopes, guys. Does anybody have any Q&A questions, any general questions before I sign off and peace out? Let's see. Cherry Moon says she's a Sag rising and she's been reading and studying like crazy. Yes, you go, girl, with that studying stuff. All right. So what else? Okay. Are there any Q&A questions? Not like a Starbucks order of your chart and for me to look at it, but just general. If not, then I'm going to peace out, guys. And don't forget, if you would like a personalized horoscope on how the eclipses affect you, I still have those available for about another week or so. And I don't just look at the sun sign. I do look at sun sign, but I also look at your rising sign. I look at any personal planets that the eclipse makes an aspect to or conjunction to. I look at the ruling planets of those houses, and I do like a more detailed look, okay? So if you want an extremely detailed, personalized look at how the eclipse is going to affect you over the next 6 months, hit me up. My website is below. It's indigomonastrology.com. And I really thank you guys for tuning in over the last hour with me. And happy eclipse season. Remember, this is a portal that's being opened towards new, okay? New, exciting, maybe sometimes a little scary. But also when these portals are open, guys, like I said in the beginning of the broadcast, if you missed it, it's a great time of manifestation just in general. Like if you want to, even something as simple as like you think about somebody and then they contact you, okay? You think about somebody and then like all of a sudden, yeah, they contact you or something. They pop up somewhere. You know, you think about something really hard, you concentrate it, on it like hard enough, then maybe you can get it. You know, I know like, ooh, magic and all this weird shit, right? I know, but trust me, it does work when these portals are like open like this. So take advantage of this time, guys, to manifest good things. Make sure good things are happening, good things popping off in your world with this eclipse energy. And don't forget to look out for those dates that I talked about for when the eclipse point will be hit again. And you will be introduced to that energy again to implement some changes into your life in the area that the eclipse hits. So that is the 3rd of September, the 8th of September, the 18th of September. There will be planets hitting 28 degrees of Leo. So what's going to happen around that time? So if anything happens, let me know. All right, guys. So that was it. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit me up on my website for personal readings. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. Those are the main places that I'm at. And here on YouTube. And stay tuned. I'm going to have some cool astrology videos coming up on a regular basis very soon, I promise. And they're going to be a little bit different, okay? A lot different than you see any other astrologer do on YouTube. I can promise you that. All right? So take care of yourselves, you guys. And okay. Okay, Cherry Moon, email me that. Email me that so I don't forget, because once I sign off, the chat goes away, girlfriend. So email me about that. All right? So peace out, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and your love.